Hello students, welcome all. Today we will be doing the chapter comparing quantities, the concepts of this chapter, especially this very interesting chapter. So let's start. So first we will be doing few important terms. So first term is CP or cost price. Cost price refers to that price at which an item is purchased. Suppose I have bought this pen for 50 rupees. So the cost of this pen will be rupees 50. So I can say that the cost price CP of this pen is 50 rupees. The next term is SP. So SP stands for selling price. Selling price is the price at which an item is sold for. For example, again taking an example of this pen, suppose I have purchased this pen for 50 rupees and I sold it for 60 rupees. So 50 will be the cost price and 60 will be the selling price of this pen. Then the next term, which involves cost price and selling price both, is profit or loss. So first is profit. Suppose I bought a pen for rupees 50. So cost price of the pen was rupees 50 and I sold it for rupees 60. As you can say that SP is greater than CP. Whenever a selling price is greater than cost price, then we have profit. And the formula for profit is P is equals to SP minus CP. So profit is selling price minus cost price. So in this case, I bought a pen for 50 rupees and sold it for 60 rupees. So my profit here will be 10 rupees. Then moving on, so we have next, that is loss. Suppose the situation is just turn around. Suppose I have purchased this pen for rupees 50, but I sold this pen for rupees 40. So whenever cost price is greater than selling price, then we have loss. And the loss is given by loss is equals to L is equals to CP minus SP. So in this case we have 10 rupees loss. So moving on to the next term, which is profit percent. In the last term what we did was profit and loss, that was in rupees, and here we are talking about profit percent. Suppose you have scored 90 marks out of 100. So one is how many marks do you score? Next is someone asked what percentage did you score? So you scored 90%. So these two things are different. Similarly, profit and profit percent, they are different. So the formula for profit percent is equals to profit divided by CP, and anything to convert into percentage we put 100. So we multiply that with 100. That is why we have multiplied this entire term with 100 to get profit percent. Similarly, we have loss percent. What is the percentage of loss? It is again in place of profit, just replace it with loss. And again to convert it into percentage, just multiply it with 100. So this is the formula for profit percent and loss percent. And one thing to note that profit percent and loss percent, both are always calculated on cost price, that is CP. So we cannot use SP over here. Profit percent and loss percent, they are always calculated on the cost price. So moving on, we will be finding few formulas to find out SP or CP when profit percent or loss percent is given. So whenever these sort of questions are given, just 4 formulas are there that will help you out. So these are very simple formulas which are easy to learn also. So in this first formula, we have to find the SP. Selling price we have to find when the cost price and the profit percent are given. So the formula is selling price is equals to 100 plus profit percent. We will put this in bracket divided by 100 into CP. So whenever cost price and profit percent are given and you are asked to find the selling price, so this is the formula. Similarly, if we have to find SP, but instead of profit percent, loss percent is given. So SP will be equals to, instead of plus we will put a minus, and instead of profit percent we will put loss percent, and the rest formula is same. Because profit means we are getting something extra, for that extra we put a plus, and loss means we have lost something, that is minus, subtract, that is why I put a minus sign. So if you learn this formula, the other 3 formulas you will be automatically able to learn. So now let's change the situation. Now in these 2 formulas we have to find SP when CP, profit percent, loss percent is given. Let's find CP. So the next formula is to find CP when SP and profit percent are given. So just you keep this cost price here in this formula and you take everything over there. So whatever is getting divided, it will get multiplied over there, and whatever was getting multiplied, it will get divided. That's how we will find the formula for CP. So CP, keep it over here. Now 100 and SP, they will get multiplied with each other, and 100 plus profit percent will get divided. So this is how we found out CP when SP and profit percent are given. So from this formula only we can derive the other 2 formulas. Similarly, the last formula is to find CP. Again we have to find CP when SP and loss percent are given. So we can use this formula. Again 100 and SP will get multiplied and this thing will come and get divided over here. So CP is equals to 100 into SP upon 100 minus loss percent. So these are the 4 formulas which will help you in finding SP, CP, or connecting cost price, profit percent, loss percent. So just remember this formula. It is 100 plus profit percent upon 100 into CP. And instead of plus, if there is a loss percent, just put a minus sign and put loss percent. And if you remember this formula, just to find the CP, just take everything over there, you will get the other 2 formula. So this formula will help you to solve the question. So let's do few questions from R.D. Sharma, which will clear out any doubts in your mind also. So let's try to attempt few questions based on those formulas. So the first question says that a trader purchased a bicycle for 2500 and sold it for 2700. We have to find the profit and profit percent. So first step is whatever is given in the question and whatever is asked, you have to first write that. So first of all, because the cycle is purchased for rupees 2500, therefore the cost price of the bicycle is equals to rupees 2500. And it is sold for rupees 2700, therefore SP is equals to 2700. So what we have to find? We have to find profit. So we can write it like profit is equals to question mark, and profit percent also is equals to question mark. So in this question they have already told you that profit or profit percent is there. So we can directly write the formula for profit. We know that profit is always SP minus CP, because SP is bigger, cost price is smaller, so bigger minus smaller. So SP was 2700 minus 2500. So the difference of 2700 and 2500 is 200. Therefore the profit is rupees 200. Now we have to find the profit percent. So using the formula, profit percent is equals to profit divided by cost price into 100. So we will replace the profit by rupees 200 and cost price was 2500 into 100. So we can cancel these two zeros with these two zeros. Now 25 and 100, they are also divisible, so I can cut 25 ones and 25 fours 100. 4 into 2 will give 8%. Therefore, profit is equals to rupees 200 and profit percent is 8%. This is the required answer. So moving on to the next question. It says that on selling a pen for rupees 100, a shopkeeper gains rupees 15. Find the cost price. So step 1 is whatever is given in the question, just write it. So for on selling a pen means SP of the pen is equals to rupees 100 and shopkeeper gains. Gains is again another synonym used for profit. So we can write gain or profit is equals to rupees 15. So what we have to find? We have to find cost price. So we'll put a question mark. So again, now we know that we have a formula connecting profit, SP and CP, which is profit is equals to SP minus CP. So what we will do? We will replace the value of profit SP in this formula. So profit was 15 rupees, SP was 100 rupees, and cost price we have to find. So this is nothing but a simple equation sort of question. So we have to find this cost price. Because it is negative, so it's better that we can take this cost price over there. So here it is minus. When it will go to the other side, the sign will change. So we can write as 15 plus CP is equals to 100. Now what is extra with CP? It is 15, which is getting added. So it will go there and get subtracted. So CP is equals to 100 minus 15 is equals to rupees 85. So this is our answer. So if you know the formulas, you can solve any question. Moving on to the next question. Our next question is on selling a chair for rupees 630. A man loses 10%. So we have to find the cost price. So in this question, selling price is given and loss percent is given. We have to find the cost price. So first we will write SP is equals to rupees 630. Loss percent. Here loss percent is given, not the loss. So loss percent is equals to 10%. Cost price we have to find. So now if you remember the formula that we did earlier, so we can write SP is equals to 100 into SP upon, because it is loss, so it is 100 minus loss percent. So this formula is connecting selling price, loss percent as well as cost price. So is equals to 100 into 630 upon 100 minus loss percent. So we will write 100 minus 10. So we will not write 10%, because for that percent again you have to remove it by putting a 100, but that 100 has already been included in this formula, this 100. So that is why we will just put the number, not the percentage. So here you can see that 100 minus 630 upon 100 minus 10 will give 90. Sorry, it is 100 into 60. So now you see that you can cut 1 0 with this, and 63 and 9, they are divisible with each other. So answer is 700. Therefore, the cost price of chair is equals to rupees 700. So you can see that cost price is bigger than selling price. That is why a person has incurred a loss. So the main crux in this question was this formula. If you have learned 4 formulas, you will be able to attempt each and every question. So our fourth question is, if the cost price of an article is rupees 950 and the profit percent is given as 10%, we have to find the selling price. So again, we have to write what is given in the question. And what we have to find as question mark. So again, we have one formula which connects selling price, cost price and profit percent. So I'm sure that you must have learned those formulas till now. So we can use that formula. SP is equals to 100 plus profit percent divided by 100 into CP. So now profit percent was 10%. So we will write only 10. We will not write 10% because this 100 is already there. And cost price was 950. So never cut these zeros with these zeros till there is addition or subtraction sign in between. The first step is always solve the bracket. So it is 110 divided by 100 into 950. So 0 and 0 will cancel out. This 0 and this 0 will also cancel out. So what is remaining? It is 95 into 11. So what we can do, we can solve 95 into 11 as 5, 9, 5, 9. So 1045. So answer is the selling price is rupees 1045. You can see that cost price is smaller, selling price is bigger, therefore we have a profit. So our next question is, Naresh bought 4 dozen pencils for 10 rupees 80 paisa per dozen and sold them for 80 paisa each. Find the profit percent or loss percent. So here we have given many numbers, like 4 dozen is given, this much per dozen, and 80 paisa is given. So first of all we will see that this is in paisas and this is in rupees. So first we will make the units same. And also whenever we have to compare something, we have to compare the unit price, means of 1 we have to compare. Now here it is given 1 pencil for 80 paisa each, and here it is rupees 10.80 per dozen. So whenever we have to find profit or loss percent, we will first calculate the price or cost price of the single pencil. So here it is, we can write as cost price of 1 dozen means 12 pencils is equals to rupees 10.80. So we can find the cost price of 1 pencil, which is equals to rupees 10.80. Because we have to find the cost of 1, for 1 we have to divide by 12. Now again we can do it like this is, so we can change this rupees into paisas. So how? We have 1 rupee is equals to 100 paisa. Therefore 10.80 rupees will be equals to 10.80 into 100. So we can solve it like this, or we can remove the decimal point as this into 100. Because there was 2 decimal points, through after decimal there were 2 digits, so we put 100 in the denominator. So this will cancel out. So it is equals to 1080 paisa. So in place of this we can write as 1080 paisa divided by 12. Now 12 and 108, they are divisible with each other. 12 ones are 12, 12 nines are 108, so we can write it as 90 paise. So the cost price of one pencil is now 90 paise. Now you can compare as the selling price of one pencil is 80 paise, whereas the cost price is 90 paise. It means that cost price is greater than selling price, therefore we have a loss. So in this question it was not clearly mentioned what we are having, profit or loss, that we have to find ourselves. So by comparing cost price and selling price, we found out that there is a loss. Now we will find the loss percent. Again, just a formula, loss percent is equals to loss divided by CP into 100. So loss is, you can calculate the loss as loss is equals to CP minus SP. So it was, cost price was 90 paise minus 80 paise will give 10 paise as a loss. So we can write as loss is 10 paise divided by 90 paise into 100. So we can cancel this 0 with this. So it is 100 upon 9%. We can leave this question over here, or we can convert it into mixed fraction or decimal also. So I have converted this improper fraction into a mixed fraction. So next question is, if the cost price of an article is rupees 2300 and further some money was spent on it, for maybe for painting it or maybe on repairs also, that is rupees 30. So we have to find the profit percent when the profit is 260. I'll correct it, it is 300 rupees is the money spent on it. Okay. So first we will write cost price of the article. Because it is a problem sum, we have to write the statements. Is equals to 2300. So the money spent, extra money, whatever you spend on an item, or that is known as overhead charges. So overhead charges is equals to rupees 300. So whenever you are finding the SP, the CP, the cost price and the overhead charges, they also get add up to find the final CP. So the final CP is always the cost price plus overhead charges. So it is equals to 2300 plus 300, that gives 2600. So while finding the profit percent or whatever, so we will be taking this CP, not this CP, because additionally we have spent rupees 300 on its repair or maybe painting or whatever. So that price also get included in the cost price. Now again, what is given? Profit is given in rupees 260, and profit percent we have to find. That is very simple. Again, just we will write the formula of profit percent. Profit percent is equals to whatever is the profit divided by whatever is the cost price into 100. So profit is 260 divided by cost price. We will take this cost price including the overhead charges. It is 2600 into 100. So we can cancel out like these two zeros with these two zeros, and 26 and 260 they are divisible. So it is 10. So answer is 10%. just take care of one thing, whatever is the extra money overhead charges you have to add in the CP, and rest the same, that you have to just put it in formula, do the calculation and find the answer. Very easy. So moving on, here is a very interesting question. The SP of 10 articles is same as cost price of 11 articles. So we have to find whether it is a gain percent or loss percent. So in the previous questions, you can see that SP or CP or profit percent, they were given in numbers like 200, 260. But here in this, we have not given any cost price or selling price. We have just told that there are some articles and the cost SP of those 10 articles is equals to CP of 11 articles. So whenever these are sort of questions are there, so we can use a little bit of algebra in this. So SP is same as CP of 11 articles. It means let cost price of a single article, one article, is equals to say rupees X. So the cost price of 11 articles will be equals to 11 into X, that is equals to rupees 11X. Now what is given in the question? SP of 10 articles is equals to same as CP of 11 articles, and CP of 11 articles we have found out to be 11X. So whenever we have to find gain, loss, so we have to compare the unit prices. So we will compare the cost price of one article. So now we will find the cost price of selling price of one article, then we can compare whether it is a profit or loss. So SP of one article is equals to 11X divided by 10. So we can write it like 11 upon 10X. Now we can compare again. We are not sure whether it is a profit or loss. So because we have X on one hand and we have 11X upon 10 on other hand. So the denominator of X here is 1 and here it is 10. So let's first make it as like fractions. So to make the like fraction, we will take the LCM of 10 and 1, which is obviously 10. So into 10 into 10. So it will give cost price of one article as 10X by 10 and SP of one article as 11X by 10. Now you can compare because these are like fractions. So SP is greater than CP, therefore we have a profit. And now we have a profit, so we can find the profit percent. So before finding the profit percent, we can find what actually is the profit. We will use the formula P is equals to SP minus CP. So SP of one articles 11X upon 10 and cost price was 10X upon 10. So the actual profit was 11 minus 10, that is 1, or 1X by 10 or X by 10 rupees. So now moving on to the last part, we have profit percent is equals to profit upon CP into 100. So profit is X by 10, and because it is in fraction, so it is convenient, we can put this in bracket, and because CP is getting divided, so we can write this sign divided by the cost price of one article. Cost price of one article, you can either take it like X or you can take it this one. So I am taking X into 100. So again, this is in fraction, so we can convert this in fraction by putting 1 as a denominator, and whenever fractions are getting divided, first fraction remain as it is, divide get converted into multiplication, and then we have the reciprocal, so it is 1 by X. This into 100. So X and X, they got cancelled out. So we have 100 upon 10. So the answer is 10%. So here you can see that no value was given for selling price, cost price. We just solve it using a variable X. So 1 or 2 times you will do yourself, you will gain confidence and you will be able to solve these sort of questions also. So our next question is, the cost price of a chair is rupees 3300 and it is sold for a loss of 10%. We have to find the selling price. Again, very easy question. Whatever is given, cost price is 3300 and it is sold for a loss of 10%. So loss of 10% means you have to see that percentage sign is there, so it is not loss in rupees, it is loss, percent is actual which is given, so it is 10%. And we have to find the selling price. So we know that the formula connecting selling price, loss and cost price is SP is equals to, because loss means subtraction, so 100 minus loss percent upon 100, and whatever is there in the formula, just write it. 100 minus loss percent is 10 divided by 100 into CP was 3300. So 100 minus 10 will give 90. It's 90 divided by 100 into 3300. So these two zeros can cancel out with these two zeros. So we are remain with 90 into 33. So 90 into 33, if you solve, you will get as 2970 as the answer. Therefore, the selling price of the chair was 2970 and it is smaller. It is smaller than the cost price, therefore we have a loss percent. So this is another interesting and important question. On selling an article for rupees 144, a man loses 10%. At what price should he sell it to gain 10%? Now we are having two parts in this question. First part is saying that an article might be purchased for something and it is sold for 144 and the loss is 10%. So if that person again want to make a profit of 10%, what should be its selling price? In the previous statement, selling price is given, and in the next part also they have asked for the selling price. So don't get confused whenever these sort of questions are there. So we need two things always, that is cost price and selling price. If selling price is given, find the cost price. If cost price is given, then you can find the selling price and then move on. So what we can do, we will first use the first statement to find the cost price of the article. So the SP of the article is rupees 144 and the loss percent is 10%. So first we will find the cost price. So we know that the cost price, the formula is 100 into SP upon 100 minus loss percent. So 100 into 144 upon 100 minus 10. So we can put it in brackets. So 100 into 144 upon 90. So 1 0 can cancel out with 1 0. Now here we have 144 and 9. So if we use the divisibility rule, 4 plus 4 give 8, 8 and 1 will give 9. It means these two are divisible by 9. So we can cancel out with 9 ones are 9. So 9 ones are and 6 are. So it is rupees 160. So now we know that the cost price of the article is 160. The cost price was bigger than the selling price, therefore a person has a loss of 10%. Now comes the second part. At what price should he sell? So it is the second part. Second part, we will use this cost price because the cost price of the article will remain fixed. Gain percent, profit percent is 10%. Selling price we have to find. Again, using the formula. So SP is equals to 100 plus profit percent upon 100 into CP. So 100 plus, you want to make a profit of 10%, 100 plus 10 upon 100 into 160. So it is equals to 110 divided by 100 into 160. So we can cancel out 1 0 with 1 0, another 0 with this one. So what is remaining now? 16 into 11. So we can solve out 16 into 11. Either we can find it directly also. So rupees 176. So if the person sold it for rupees 176 rupees, he will be able to gain 10%. So the main crux of this question is, whenever this sort of question is given, we will find the missing value. Means SP was given, lost person, we found the missing value, that is cost price, by using the formula. And after that we will use the same cost price to find the selling price by using the other dimensions which are given in this. So I hope you have understood this question. It is an important and easy question also.